Here's Maryland head coach Mark Turgeon and Johnny Holliday.
And we're delighted to have with us tonight one of our special guests. Went to Bishop O'Connell High School, played for Coach Joe Wooten over there in Virginia last year, and now suiting up for the Maryland Terrapins. That's Melo Trimble. Brought to you by Capital One Bank. Capital One Bank is the official bank of Maryland athletics. I'm not going to mention any more the fact that you had 47 against Gonzaga. I'm not even going to go that way, okay? The Eagles are sick and tired of hearing that, yes, I guarantee you. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, doing fine. One thing that really caught my eye, Melo, is the fact that when you came, you chose to come to Maryland to play for head coach Mark Turgeon.
I did.
Tell us why.
When he first started recruiting me, he told me that he would recruit me as playing the point guard instead of playing the two. So Maryland has always been my dream school, so I really put in the time to work on being a point guard. And once he started recruiting me harder, I wanted to commit right away, but I had to wait and keep getting better at it. And he started coming to see me play more and started calling me more, so that's when I knew it was right.
Did you realize in your wildest dreams you would have the impact on this basketball team and also the Big Ten and also the country that you've had so far?
No, I didn't, but I just knew I had to stay patient and wait for my time to come.
I knew he would. I knew he was this good, and I can't believe I made him wait to commit, but I did. Because we were actually trying to get our class done before, and he was ready to commit a year and a half early, and I was like, you gotta wait, I gotta get this guy signed before you commit, so I make sure I get him, and so he waited. He was great about it, and he grew up loving Maryland, and that helped. And you know, it's funny because the first time I saw him play down in Orlando, and they said, well, he just started playing point, coach. You know, you might not like him. And I remember walking away and thinking, man, this kid is really good. And he didn't play well that game. And I thought he was terrific. And he just did all the other things but make shots. And I could see right then that he was going to be a special player. So I think he was relieved. He was nervous when I was there watching him, and he got better. And he's proven me right each and every game how good of a player he is.
And the thing that impresses everybody, Melo, is the fact of how unselfish you are. You only took a couple of shots in the first half last night. You were distributing the ball, and whoever's got the shot, that's the guy you give it to.
I mean, yeah, I don't try to rush things. I just let the game come to me. Whenever I try to do too much, I play bad. And, I mean, I always don't want to play bad, but I just rather for the game to come to me and play from there.
You know, you talk about minutes that you've been getting this year as a freshman. The last up until the last 7 games, you played 30 minutes or more.
I mean, I'm used to playing a lot of minutes. I came from Bishop O'Connell where I played almost the whole game. So playing a lot of minutes is nothing new to me. Just me getting in shape and keep playing hard while I'm in the game.
Let's talk about the difference, the step up from Bishop O'Connell now to the big stage in college basketball.
The coaching doesn't change. Both coaches, they're not mean, but they both passionate, and they don't really have too much patience when you do something wrong. So the only thing that changes is playing against bigger kids and learn how to adjust when you go into the basket and making an extra pass and stuff like that.
I think you told me out in Kansas City that one of the big differences was in high school, you could probably dominate some games because you're playing against guys maybe a little bit smaller than you are. Then you get up to the college level, and there's a lot of other guys equal to your height or better or quicker.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of me making an adjustment. I mean, over the summer I lost weight. I was working out a lot, and my game has improved from last year, and I got quicker and stronger. So, and also, like, over the summer we played a lot of pickup games, and that was part of me getting better.
Biggest challenge you've had as a college basketball player?
Just learning how to take constructive criticism and knowing every day is not going to be my best day.
Yeah. Criticism is very important, Coach, the way they handle that.
Yeah, he takes it well. He's a humble kid, and you know, I just want what's best, and I know what Melo's dreams and goals are in life, and I know how hard it is to get those goals, get to those goals. So we push him hard. His teammates push him hard, but he's growing into his role. And he continues to get better, and you know, I think probably the thing that he's done the best is be unselfish. You know, every ball screen he comes off, he gets double teamed right now. He came off a double screen the other day and they triple teamed him. Mm-hmm. And so he's learned to be patient. We've spread the floor a little bit. He gets fouled, but last night was probably as patient as he's ever been. And we didn't need him to score. I'm sure if it had been a closer game, he would have got a lot more aggressive, but he was just doing what he had to do. And you know, he talked about Coach Wooten. Did a great job with him. You know, he's a much better defender. He's like he's like a veteran defender already. Now he comes and goes. He plays when he wants to play. Sometimes he's playing a lot of minutes. But when you challenge Melo defensively, he does a great job with it.
Got to play defense, don't you, Mel?
Yeah.
Got to play defense. Let me just tell some of the fans listening some of the accomplishments of Melo Trimble here on the Mark Turgeon radio show. Leads the Terrapins in points and three-pointers made. Leads the nation in free throws made with 70, and fourth in attempts with 78 so far. The Big Ten co-player and freshman of the week. That's the first freshman to earn the Player of the Week honors in 13 years. The most valuable player of the CBE Hall of Fame Classic out in Kansas City when he pumped in 31 points in that first game out there. And still, right now averaging 16 points a game, shooting 48% from the floor, 42 from three. As we mentioned, 89% at the line, 30 assists, 12 steals, and you're not 19 yet. The best is yet to come. That's the great thing about it.
It is.
Humble guy. And
Yeah. Let's don't brag a little bit too much. He's got a long way to go. So, and most importantly, Melo wants to win. He grew up watching Maryland win, and that's what he wants to do here in Maryland. We want to win at a high level. We're happy with our start, but we know we got a lot to do, and he'll be a big part of what we do in the big games coming up.
We're going to take a break. We're going to talk to Melo Trimble in just a couple of minutes about more of his attributes in Maryland and about the team chemistry in this Maryland basketball team that's off to a 9-1 start.
Welcome back to the Mark Turgeon Radio Show.
And there's got to be some applause right now for Brad Craddock. He's just been announced in West Palm Beach, Florida, as the winner of the Lou Groza Award as the best kicker in the nation from the University of Maryland. How about that,
That's
Coach?
awesome, big time. Yeah, we got to watch it. That's fantastic. He had a great year, and I remember when they signed him, and they told me he was going to be special, and it's turned out to be true. So good for him and good for Maryland football.
24 straight field goals he made. He missed the last one against Rutgers, a 54-yarder, made 18 of 19 this year, had that school record 57-yard field goal against Ohio State, and the first Terrapin to ever win the Lou Groza Award for best kicker in the nation. Congratulations to Maryland's Brad Craddock. Back to Melo Trimble now. When you talk about guys in practice, you have to guard. Who gives you the biggest problem, toughest guy to handle?
I would say Varun Ram. He plays a lot of defense, and he pressures me. And not only pressures me, but on offense, it seems like he doesn't run out of energy. He's always running around. I have to chase him and also try to go back on the other end and run the team, and it's pretty tough.
He's in your face all the time, isn't he?
All the time.
Interesting you would say that.
Yeah, and Varun's allowed to foul him in practice, which toughens him up, and it's been really good for him. But we wear heart monitors in practice to kind of see where our guys are and, how much to practice, how much not to practice. And Varun and Melo's heart rate's always the highest. DeMonte's up there, but those guys really push each other. And so I got to keep an eye on Melo with practice and cut practice back a little bit. He's not doing too much. But Varun, there's no stopping Varun. He's like that ever-ready battery that never stops, and which helps us, makes us a better team.
Melo, you guys have been playing now the last 4 or 5 games without Des Wells. He hopefully will be back soon. He's got the cast 5 games. You're 4-1 without Des. Only loss came to Virginia, and I think had he been able to play that game, that might have been a different story too. You said to me once that you learned from guys like Des. He's such a leader, he's been there and been in every facet of basketball, and you can pick up things from him and take it to your game.
Des brings to every practice, and that's something I did in high school, but that was at a different level. And now that I see Des doing it, it makes me want to do it because he brings the energy. And like I tell everyone else, I just try to match it because it gets practice going. Also, when we're sluggish and stuff like that, and also when we're warming up sluggish, it gets the team going.
When you look at what the freshmen have done, yourself and Deion Wiley and Jared Nickens and Michael Tchaikovsky, each one of you guys has been a vital part of the success start for this team this year.
We all getting better every day. We started over the summer, being kind of fresh, shy and stuff like that. But our teammates have brought us in with a warm welcoming by pushing us, battering us every day, and telling us that we could be good.
Has it been difficult to adjust to the regimentation that you got to practice at a certain time? You got classes, you got studies, your time is really limited.
We got to study every day of the week, twice a day, and practice. Having a study was good here and there, but after practice, when we have a bad practice, it kind of hurts, especially when it's a defensive practice.
Yeah,
it's tough on them, and that's why you have to get good grades. You get good grades, you get out of study hall. It's that simple.
Oh, simple as that.
And Melo's capable of doing that. They all are. All the new guys are capable of getting out of study hall and are getting it down. But with new players, the first year you're really worried about them. So it is tough. But Melo's just about done. He was telling me about his schedule. He's got a test tomorrow and a test Monday, and he's done. He gets about 5 weeks off just to concentrate on basketball. So we're getting close to that time where they become full-time basketball players. What
point were you in, like 7th grade, 8th grade, that you started saying, I want to go to the University of Maryland? I want to play over there?
I mean, I grew up watching Maryland, also the Wizards, and Juan Dixon was on the team with the Wizards, and that's how I knew about Maryland. Ever since then, I decided that I wanted to go there.
Does your sister Taylor come see you play?
Yeah, she does.
he mentioned to me one time in Kansas City, Coach. I said, "You got a brother Aaron, you got a sister Taylor." He said, "I don't think she knows how good I'm playing."
No idea.
No
she would get so mad. I go to high school games and watch Melo, and she'd sit there, and she was so mad she had to be there. She didn't want to be there, and she's cutie and gymnast, dance. She's a dancer, so. I'm sure you don't go to many of her dance routines.
Nah.
Yeah, you got to pay her back and do that.
Melo, who was the biggest influence on your basketball, your young career just starting off?
I would say people like Quinn Cook from Duke and Nolan Smith. I used to go to DCSO workouts, and we used to practice against each other, and seeing how competitive they were, they really put a lot of influence on me because I wanted to be just like them.
Okay. You got a tough game coming up Saturday. This is one of the best mid-major teams in the country. They play tough defense like the team last night did.
We're going to go in tomorrow and work on their defense, see what they do best, and we're going to practice good and go on Saturday with confidence.
Oh, boy, Coach, the sky's the limit for this young man, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think right now he's carrying a lot on his shoulders. I think when we get our full team together, it's going to open up the floor even more for him. And right now we've done a lot of two-man games with him and Jake. That's a tough matchup for the other teams. But when we get our full arsenal out there, you'll see, even more complete player and different things that he can do for us.
There might be one guy when you were at Gonzaga, Bishop O'Connell. Was there one guy that you played against in high school that drove you nuts defensively that you really had a tough time beating? Probably not.
Every team we played pretty much went boxing one or.
Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
Or a certain type of zone that take me out of the game. So it wasn't really a certain player that took me out of the game. I would just say it was good coaching.
Okay, the coaches.
Yeah, he got double teamed. It was amazing what he did last year. Every time he had the ball, they just ran a double at him.
Sure.
And and to his credit, that's where he learned how to be unselfish. Just wait and be patient and let the game come to him. And there's only one game I saw him play. It was I believe it was the finals of the WACC tournament championship, and they just kept doubling him. It was Paul VI, I believe. Maybe it was DeMatha. I can't remember which game it was.
Yeah,
and he just said, "The heck with it. I'm just going to go. Get out of my way." They wanted to come up ball screen. He waved him out of the way.
He had 35 that night,
and he just went. Yeah, he just took over the game, and they ended up winning the championship. He gets it, knows when to do it. But we got to keep plugging along and trying to get better and continue to get him in shape and continue to make good decisions. But what he does probably best for us right now is he draws fouls, which helps get us into the bonus. And we've shot a lot of free throws. And one thing you do as a coach, you want to make more free throws than your opponent shoot. Mm-hmm. And right now we've made 190, and I think our opponents have shot 150 or something like that. So because of him, that stat's really been good for us.
Melo, appreciate you coming by, my friend. Best of luck on Saturday and the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Melo.
Melo Trimble with us, University of Maryland freshman, as the Terrapins get ready for USC Upstate on Saturday. That's 11 o'clock in the morning at Xfinity Center. We'll take a break and come back with more in just a minute on the Mark Turgeon Radio Show after these messages.